Europa, a goddess whose enigmatic story has captured the imaginations of countless generations. Before we get into her story, let's talk about her name. Europa is from the Greek, Eurus meaning wide or broad, and opus meaning sight or face, meaning illumination, eyes wide, wide perception. That's very important moving forward. Our story begins in ancient Greece, a land steeped in mythology and folklore. Europa, known as the daughter of the Phoenician king Agenor. She was the embodiment of beauty and grace. So, legend has it that Zeus, the king of the gods, was struck by her radiance, and so he decided to take the form of a bull to approach her. Europa was initially a Cretan moon goddess who was incorporated into Greek mythology as a virgin Phoenician princess. She is the daughter of King Agenor of Sidon, and the entire continent of Europe is named after her. Before Zeus even approached her, she was said to have a dream of two continents portrayed as women fighting over her, and one of them was Eastern or Asian. Zeus, disguised as a magnificent bull, enticed Europa with his gentle demeanor. Entranced by his allure, she climbed onto his back, unaware of Zeus's true identity. In a flash, the bull charged across the sea, carrying Europa away from her homeland. As the bull traversed the waves, Europa beheld a breathtaking sight. A world she had never known. She sailed across the ocean, guided by the celestial power of the gods. This voyage symbolizes the journey of exploration and discovery. So Zeus, disguised as a bull. It's kind of like a hypostasis, a very ancient concept when it comes to divinity. They show up in other forms. For instance, Zeus's other form would be an eagle. Aside from the hypostasis with Zeus, there's a few key elements to this mythology that is really interesting. It's also said that her three brothers, Cadmus, Celix, and Phoenix, all set up kingdoms or cities or civilizations when they went out to look for Europa. So first of all, we have origins and lineage happening. Remember her dream where the two continents that were women fighting over her. One was Eastern or Asian. They're letting you know that she was from there, but now she's brought over and made anew. Also lineage, because her father was King Agenor from Sidon, and he descended from royalty from Egypt and also has Poseidon in his lineage. Like the sages of ancient Mesopotamia, the Grecians here are letting you know how far back this history goes and where and who it comes from. The sages used to say that their knowledge is credible because it comes directly from the Apkallu. Back to our story. So they end up on the island of Crete, and Zeus finally reveals himself to Europa, his true identity, and he gives her a necklace that was made by Hephaestus, the Greek god of fire. He also bestows on her three additional gifts. One, the bronze Ottoman guard named Talus. Go back and watch my golem video where I go into that a little bit. He also gives her a hound, Lelaps, who can catch any quarry that she wants, anything she would ever want. Also, a javelin that never misses its target, no matter how small or how far away it is. In his true form, Zeus stood before Europa, revealing his godly identity. He declared her as queen of the land, honoring her with a crown and a place of power. Europa's journey had brought her not only to a foreign land, but also to her destiny as a figure of immense significance. Europa, now a queen, married to Zeus, she bore him 3 sons, Minos, Sarpedon, and Rhadamanthus. Her lineage became legendary, and her descendants would shape the history of Crete and the surrounding regions for generations to come. If you're still with me at this point, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Anybody who takes the time to watch my videos. Let's get back to Europa. In a sense, this mythology sets the stage. It lays the foundation down upon which this civilization or culture will take its roots. The story of Europa differs from source to source, but it's typically said that she has 3 or 4 brothers. Her father, King Agenor, ordered her brothers to go searching for her when she was missing. As a matter of fact, he said if you can't find her, don't even bother coming home. Celix was said to be the eldest, and he searched for a long time and was unsuccessful. He ended up in Asia Minor, where he started a kingdom there called Sicilia, named after him. Which brings us to the youngest and most beloved brother, Cadmus. Cadmus is such a fascinating story. Spoiler alert, there's an upcoming video on my channel about him. Well, anyway, Cadmus was said to have visited the Oracle of Delphi for assistance. The Oracle told him, "Your sister's safe. You need to focus on your destiny. You need to go do what you're supposed to do." The Delphic Oracle, which ordered him to give up his quest, follow a cow, and build a town on the spot where she lay. The cow guided him to Boeotia, a region north of Athens, where he founded the city of Thebes. Later, Cadmus sowed in the ground the teeth of a dragon he had killed. From these sprang a race of fierce armed men called Spartai, meaning sown. The Spartai fought one another until only 5 survived. These 5 assisted him in building the Cadmea, or Citadel of Thebes. No doubt one of the most fascinating stories I've ever heard. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. These screen shares are kind of boring. Right here, the Argive genealogy in Greek mythology. So they break it all down. Right here, Zeus and Lo, which is kind of like another Europa myth. I'm gonna have to get into that one of these days. Down here to Epaphus and Memphis, Libya and Poseidon. Remember I said there was Poseidon in King Agenor's bloodline. Come down here to Agenor and Telephassa. They have Phoenix here in the blue on the right as one of her brothers. Which I've seen that. I've also seen where Phoenix is Europa's dad. So they have Agenor, then Phoenix, and then Europa. Down here to Europa and Zeus. And now the children. I want to get into the children. Sarpedon, Rhadamanthus, and Minos. Sarpedon was the son of Europa in Greek mythology. He was the brother of King Minos and Rhadamanthus. According to the myth, Sarpedon became the ruler of Lycia and was also known for his involvement in the Trojan War, fighting alongside the Trojans as an ally. It was also said that he fought King Minos for the throne of Crete, but then he lost, for which he was forced to flee, eventually ending up in Lycia. Rhadamanthus was known for his strict adherence to justice. He was considered an exemplary ruler during his life and continued to uphold these principles as a judge in the afterlife. Alongside Acis and Minos, he would determine the fate of souls in the underworld, evaluating their deeds in life and assigning them to their appropriate place in the afterlife, either Elysian fields or the punishment of Tartarus. King Minos is known as a legendary king of Crete, and he's most famously known from a crazy story involving a minotaur. Alongside Aetius, who's the son of Zeus, and Rhadamanthus, King Minos' brother, he makes up one of the three judges of the afterlife, according to Greek mythology. You say something about a minotaur? According to the myth, Minos angered the god Poseidon by not sacrificing a bull that the god had sent as a gift. Instead, he kept it as a stud for his own breed. As punishment, Poseidon caused Minos' wife, Queen Pasiphae, to fall in love with the bull. From there, Pasiphae had Daedalus build her a contraption that looked like a cow, so she could get close and seduce the bull. And from their union, the monstrous Minotaur was born, a creature with the body of a man and the head of a bull. To hide the existence of the Minotaur, Minos commissioned the construction of the labyrinth, a maze-like structure designed by the legendary craftsman Daedalus. The Minotaur was then imprisoned within the labyrinth as the creature demanded regular sacrifices. It became a terrifying menace to the people of Crete. Thank you so much. That concludes my video on Europa. Don't be afraid to hit me up on social media. Hit me up on TikTok, Instagram. Hit me with any kind of knowledge that you have. I'm a student, first and foremost. Hit me up with any kind of requests or anything else. Maybe dab your boy up. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you all on the next one.